Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome back to week 2 of post-university college football 25 coverage. My name is Sandwich. You saw the logos on your screen before we got live here, ladies and gentlemen. We have got one heck of a show for y'all tonight. A whole lot gonna be going down. A little bit less multi-stream shenanigans today. We'll be starting off with Adonis. His game gonna be the first one to set us off, to kick us off here, but we should have a whole lot college football 25 coverage here. We'll be swapping. We've got 4 points of view to start out with tonight. And Adonis's game going to be starting us off early. It's a couple minutes after 8 p.m. here. So we'll take a brief moment into the thumbnail screen. This is not a this is a no leak stream, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not gonna risk. I don't know what sort of strategies Adonis has got hiding behind the pause shield, but I'm not gonna go leaking him to find out. We'll take a brief moment there. BigSneezy still waiting on his opponent to enter the door. Monster Mash and Mundayne's POVs still not live just yet. We do not have Navy's POV tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be playing their first official match of the college football 25 semester after being the beneficiary of the only bye week in week 1. So shout out to them. How did everybody else do in week 1? Well, welcome to the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. No Navy here because, again, he didn't actually have a match, so there's no scoreboard to show for them. They'll hopefully get a chance next week to be in the W column alongside Mundayne, Adonis, and BigSneezy, who had powerful W's here. So I've got the scoreboard written down here. Mundayne winning 2-0, dropping a pair of 63 bombs on his opponent. A combined 28 points in 2 games. BigSneezy, something similar, winning 39-3 and 48-28. Adonis, consistency is key there. 49-14 in game 1 and 42-14 in game 2. So his defense, we talked about it, ball hawking defense last week. Hopefully we see a little bit more. He's still going through his pause shield adjustments with this Alabama squad. So he's been in the lab for sure. Again, he'll be the first POV up tonight, as everybody else still waiting for their opponents to start the dance here tonight. And Monster Mash on the top right corner of your screen, the only player to lose last week. A very close 10-7 in game 1. Went for Colorado, the Colorado Buffaloes in game 2. His words, it was not the wisest pick. He ends up losing 87-35. So not a tremendous outing for Monstah. Ironically, Monstah gonna be able to hold home court somewhat, as he's up against the same Southeastern University player that Mundayne beat in week 1. So we'll see how Monstah fares. Again, that was a pretty high scoring affair. We'll see if Monstah will be able to match that sort of firepower here. I'm just quickly looking to wrangle some updates here out of any of the other players before we get back to the Adonis POV. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Kind of hard to have a no-leak stream from a playbook perspective, but again, Adonis clearly been in the lab. A wealth of substitutions. So he starts us off here on first down. One running back in the backfield, a pair of juke moves to get to the outside, one man to beat. The spin move going to be enough for the defense to recover, but not before a first down. We saw a lot of high-level ground play coming out of post-university in week 1. Adonis looking to continue that hot streak on the ground here for the Eagles. Oh, screen pass. Oh, just needed to beat that first man. He had blockers in front. But the Bushnell University Beacons able to come up with the stop there for just a gain of 3. Adonis loving this ground game right now. Gets clobbered for a gain of 1 at the yard of scrimmage, excuse me. Want to see what's going to dare him to go into the air here. See what he's got. Gonna opts to pass. It's got some options. Gonna challenge the user defender. Another gain of 1, and we have 4th and 5. On his own side of the field, you would expect to see the field goal unit here. As a tough stop out of the Beacons in week 1. And ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. Adonis is on defense. I'm misreading the field. So Adonis the one picking up that stop on the defensive side of the ball. The color blindness strikes again here. Adonis, a huge defensive stop to start the game here. Gonna have to shut down a gain of 5 or less to get this ball in opposing territory. Another pass in the air. The short pass just barely gonna be enough for the first. Adonis not able to hold the wall on 4th down. So this Bushnell University defense matriculating up the field. Slow gains, the run, short passes. It's like another run play here. Mundayne with the prediction. Post undefeated in tonight's games. We need that. We need to see that here. Adonis looking to get us started. Another first down for the Bushnell Beacons so far. Again, slow gains have been the name of the game. A heavy rush. The screen pass goes nowhere for a loss of 11. Some hesitation out of the Beacons there to get that ball out. For sure, a screen pass. Receiver never had a chance to catch that one. Another run deleted by Adonis. 3rd and 24. The deep ball, surely you expect it to come out now. 3rd and way long. Adonis looking to break it up. Incomplete, and we have 4th down. Adonis, that ball hawking defense, no pick there. But the one time we have a deep ball, Adonis able to get his hands on it. Looks like punt formation coming out of the Bushnell Beacons here. So Adonis going to get his first stop on offense, and then we'll probably take a quick break. Wouldn't be surprised if any of our other players have gotten onto the field. We'll take a quick check here. Just one moment, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Maybe more Adonis gameplay, but we'll find out in just a moment. More Adonis gameplay, and not a moment too soon, but BigSneezy approaching the field in just a little bit. 2nd and 4, another deep ball down the left sideline. One play. Touchdown Adonis. Had a 6-yard run during that brief intermission and torched the defense for 6. One heck of a return for Adonis. The stop immediately responding with points on the board. Wow. We saw Adonis rip that a couple times last week. That deep ball down the left sideline. Money for him so far. The Bushnell University Beacon's going to get back on offense in a hurry here. Adonis spending hardly a minute on the offensive side of the football. Another run play. Adonis doing it himself. User defense for the loss of 1. Adonis loving this middle linebacker position. We talked in spades how well he was playing from that spot in our previous game. Not quite a screen pass going left. The short pass going to be good for a gain of 2. So Adonis looking to pitch back-to-back shutouts here. Maybe able to grab the stop without giving up a first down, but 3rd and 9 is in his way, and it's a user interception. The lurk from the linebacker, and Adonis has got the ball back in his hands. Oh my goodness, another one of these games. Do not test that man from the middle linebacker spot. He is a problem. Already in the first quarter, stopping the run and picking up an interception through the air. Let's see what he's got. The play action pass. The scramble, looking to buy more time. Able to find his receiver rolling out for the first down. Stay on Adonis for just a little bit here. He's cooking with gas. Maybe a quick 14-0 lead for one of our post-university college football 25 competitors here. 1 of 5 we've got tonight. While Bushner University's been afraid to attack through the air, Adonis, no fear here. Another pass here on first down. And another first down for Adonis. He crosses the 30-yard line. Approaching the end zone, and no signs of slowing down here for Adonis. This Alabama Crimson Tide. Adonis playing so patient, trying to see if he can spot out his opponent, which player he's using. The fade route almost caught. Broken up in the air, no interception. All's well that ends well. We have 2nd down. See X on the left side of your screen. Williams. Speed demon for Alabama. He's got his man beat yet again. Adonis sees the vision. Two catches, 2 touchdowns for Williams. Oh my, Adonis cooking with fire, ladies and gentlemen. 14-0 in hardly the first quarter. A brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen, as we will look to switch things up here. I believe at least BigSneezy will have made it onto the field. Adonis so far is rolling here in the first quarter. It's Mundayne and Monstah still waiting for their opposition to reach the field. It was BigSneezy time, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me as we edit the Adonis text because that is no longer the case. Not BogSneezy. We got BigSneezy in the building. As we'll take another brief pause to get the sound proper, ladies and gentlemen. One moment. All right, the sound should be good now. As blink and you'll miss it, but it looks like BigSneezy on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Game time is 8:30 for Monday, so that's why his hasn't started. His game isn't supposed to be starting yet. I would assume it may be the same for Monstah. Oh. Would have been dangerous there. Not going to give up the fumble. That was a dangerous one, but 4th and nothing. And BigSneezy gonna get another start on offense. A big run, spin move to pick up the first down and more. We know Sneezy likes that spin move, ladies and gentlemen. We know Sneezy likes that spin move. It's worked to great effect so far, already early here in week 2, and we saw it work in spades. In week 1, the screen pass, gotta air it out, and he does. Spin move out to the left sideline. 2 men to beat. Gonna pick up the first down and more at about midfield for BigSneezy. Running back in the backfield. Another first down for BigSneezy. The BigSneezy ground game. We saw really impressive in week 1. I believe he led all 4 post competitors in rushing yards, but that's mostly based on the vibe of his game. This time the run gonna get blown up for a loss of 1. Again, so many high-scoring affairs last week, so statistically, it's very difficult to compare those matches. But we saw BigSneezy, how dangerous he is on the ground. He's going to return to the ground here, find the hole in the pocket. Oh my goodness, the gap in the line for another first down. Wow. A patience out of BigSneezy there to wait for that gap.
This guy, they better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll run the jet sweep.
Oh, the jet sweep gonna go nowhere. 2nd and 14. BigSneezy has not been afraid to go back to these running plays. You know, sometimes you get a first down or you get a run play early on in your 4 count, get blown up. Maybe you looked for switch it up, but BigSneezy, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now the question is, you get stopped twice in a row. What is BigSneezy thinking? Are you going to return to the well on 3rd and 15? Might be just what the defense least expects here on 3rd and long. Sneezy going to have to win through the air, able to get to the left sideline. 4th and 5. Certainly go for it territory, but you see the special teams options there. Incredibly makeable field goal. BigSneezy going to look to leave with 3 points.
From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder.
Should be a matter of procedure, and BigSneezy able to slot it in for 3 more.
Even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put.
So we want to see how the defense was looking. We saw them sack the scrambling quarterback. Easy up against Concord University tonight. The Roar is their mascot. So let's see what the Roar have got on what I'm pretty sure is their 2nd chance down the field.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Give to the running back.
Oh, BigSneezy missing a tackle there. Going to give up a couple of extra yards.
The first period.
A first down. BigSneezy had a chance to make that tackle. Been a smaller gain. All's well that ends well, though. 2nd and 1 as we approach the 2nd quarter.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back.
Another run.
And they'll bring him down.
Short gain, but enough for the first down.
First down. Georgia going up tempo. Running to the left.
Another run, this time to the left. BigSneezy all over that one for a loss of 1.
Offense, quick tempo.
Some hurry-up offense out of
Takes the handoff. It's
Concord U.
pretty good.
And I feel like they're just flipping the run play here repeatedly. BigSneezy able to shut down the first down gain here. Still 3rd and 7. This time going to go through the air. Almost picked off. And we have 4th down. That was close. And that is impressive. Concord U going to stay on the field. 4th and 7 at their own 42. They're believing in the offense. They must see something out here if they believe they can go for it. Get away with it in the shadow of their own end zone. Just barely going to wrangle the ball in for the first down. Barely counts in horseshoes and hand grenades and football, ladies and gentlemen. Just barely able to get it on the first down or on the 4th down. Run on the first going to be good for a gain of 1.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
Another run this time. Right up the middle. The ball is loose.
Everybody needs a little luck.
Oh my goodness. Concord able to maintain possession somehow. The Roar able to keep on.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short.
3rd and short. Another QB scramble. Not this time. It's a loss of 4 and a sack of the quarterback. Got to be careful about scrambling with your QB in this game. The stat hit you can take stamina, power wise. Carson Beck, that's his 2nd big one. We saw Concord U throw Beck into harm's way early on, just when we joined BigSneezy. That was the shot the QB took to get BigSneezy on offense the first trip here. Another big hit there. Gonna run a pass on 4th down. That's caught, but it's gonna be out of bounds. Yeah, caught out of bounds. BigSneezy able to take the field. On the precipice of a multi-possession game there for BigSneezy. Just a moment here. We're going to check on Monster Mash, see if his game has begun. An update on Adonis' game. He's up 21-0. He's continuing to play well. So multi-possession, but the close game still is here. So we will stick with the BigSneezy, able to find another gap in the line for a first down and more. Revenge tour for BigSneezy. Is the jet sweep going to go his way this time? Now you're going to audible out of the jet sweep. Just leave it to the running back in the backfield for a gain of 1. BigSneezy's liked this pass out of this formation. What does he see? He's going to see a QB scramble, want to slide early, and he does, just early enough for that first down. That was close.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy.
And there's the jet sweep. BigSneezy going to turn the corner. One man to beat. Oh my goodness, man is in prison. Conquered there in the mine prison. Just forced to watch BigSneezy run around him. The hesitation, too much hesitation. BigSneezy just running around him, and he's at the 2-yard line. One-on-one, you do not want to guard that man. Ball to the running back. Inside the 2-minute warning. I believe that's a gain or a loss of 1. Excuse me. No, it looks like a loss of 0. Far from the end of the world. For Sneezy here. He's holding a whole lot of the cards. On 2nd and goal. Loaded backfield. Too easy for BigSneezy, ladies and gentlemen. This lead continues to grow here in game 1.
Defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
BigSneezy certainly feeling himself here. Up 17-0. Both players posting shutouts here in game 1 so far. Adonis and Sneezy uncontested so far in the first halves of their matchups. And we don't have the Navy POV tonight. We'll hopefully bring you an update once their game has concluded. We can see the post-match results, of course. So hopefully we'll be able to check them out here later in our broadcast. A deep ball, you got to move quickly with only a minute and change remaining, but you've got 3 timeouts. This is far from the end of the world on offense. But a quick deep ball, incomplete. Don't got to worry about a timeout on an incomplete pass. Just got to worry about 2nd and 10. A short pass, that's certainly going to bring out a timeout, 3rd and 4. Oh, we're going to opt for the hurry-up offense. Again, you've got 3 timeouts. I'm not too afraid about using them, but we're going to look for that first down. The pass is tipped. Another incompletion, but it's 4th and 4. Obviously, you want to get the first down. Don't want to rush into anything here. You're going to leave Sneezy with a chance for even more points on the board if he's able to come up with a stop. Do not want this hurry-up offense to blow up in your face. Dangerous ball, but it's caught for the first and more. It's a foot race to the 10, to the touchdown. There goes that shutout. Commentator's curse as the Roar able to get some points here at the end of the first half. Offense showing up in a big way. 4 plays in 30 seconds. You see it there. Quick offense out of Concord. Is he going to opt to take it? Sees a window on the left sideline. At just about the 23. So it's going to be interesting. Sneezy, we love this run offense. But unless we're out here spamming halfback stretch and jet sweep, it's going to be tough for him to get to these sidelines easily. He's got 1 in the backfield. Going to look to attack in the air. A quick shot. And another foot race. This time it's BigSneezy leading the charge. He's going to make it to the 12-yard line. Quick response out of BigSneezy. He's trying to keep this multi-possession lead intact here with about a minute and change to play here in the first half. Oh, the spin move all the way to the end zone. The door is closing, but BigSneezy just spins right on through for 6 more. Oh my goodness. BigSneezy would like to have this dance. Oh my goodness. 2 scores in about 40 seconds here. Scoring bonanza at the end of the first half here between Concord and Post University.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do.
Surely you want to play a more conservative defense. They're still able to get at the quarterback. Not going to be a sack that time, but good results for this defense here.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that.
Short pass, going to spin right into opposing coverage. Surely a timeout here. No, more hurry up offense for Concord. The Roar going to have to move with the quickness. When do they pull the trigger on these 3 timeouts? You wonder. Another short pass. Going to be corralled in for the first down. Hurry up offense continues. Surely going to see more offense out of Concord here on offense. A scramble from Beck. You got to watch out for that, man. Still going to be enough to grab the first down marker. BigSneezy still reeling on defense, trying to hold it down. It's the first timeout comes out from Concord. I believe that's the 3rd tackle that Carson Beck has taken. Concord has not been afraid to have Carson Beck out in scramble mode. Surely going to see another attack through the air here. All sorts of time to throw the football. Able to find his target in the end zone for the touchdown. Wow, the scoring waterfall, the deluge of scoring continues to pour down here at the end of the first half. 3 scores in a minute of college football 25 action. High octane offense here to end the first half. So we love to see it. Mundayne's match kicking off in just a little bit, so we'll hopefully be able to catch the start of that at the end of this first half here. We're going to stay here. We'll take a brief... Now, we'll stay out here. I was going to take a brief break to see how Adonis' game is going. We can do that as we transition to Mundayne in just a little bit here. Sneezy's surely going to call the timeout. Got to be careful. If I'm Sneezy, I don't want to leave too much time on the clock. Concord still have 2 timeouts, and they are clearly going for home run plays on the offensive side of the football. Sneezy's loved this set on offense. Gets him right to the sideline. What's not to love?
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that.
Sneezy gonna mix up. Same formation, but way different routes. 1-on-2. So Sneezy's got his options. Pick your poison. It's 6 points either way for BigSneezy. Heads up play out of BigSneezy. Same formation. Change up the routes just a little bit. And he spotted that advantage immediately. Taking advantage for another score here. In a minute and change remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a brief moment. Brief respite, ladies and gentlemen, as we double check. Take a brief... Oh yeah, Adonis is cooking with gas. He's up 41-7. So his shutout dreams also being shut down there, but he's still up huge. Mundayne doing his version of the Adonis shuffle there. A whole lot of substitutions coming out on his side of the football. So with that in mind, you can watch the remaining of BigSneezy football. Not too much. He's got that ball back in his hands. Short dump off for the running back. Another quick timeout. Got 3 seconds here. Boom or bust for this offense. Another timeout. Trying to psych up the defense coming out in the same formation, but do we have a fake on board? 2nd and 8. Whatever the result, field goal or fake, it's going to go up, and the kick is good. 3 more points for BigSneezy on a route to the second half. So that was an electric end to that first half. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a brief break from BigSneezy football. Adonis is still looking really good on defense. Just almost came up with another takeaway. We'll return to his game a bit closer to the end of it. He's still in the 4th quarter. We have got Mundayne football. Mundayne joining me in the bottom right corner of your screen here. Looking to cook with gas. All sort of hot route magic. Gonna be good enough for a gain of 8. Mundayne just 3rd and inches, just short of the first down marker. 3 and out would be a far cry from the offensive explosion he had in week 1, leading all post-university Eagles in scoring. See what he's got here. Surely an ace up his sleeve to cross the plane for that first down. A heavy set on defense. Mundayne able to read the pressure for the first. Nothing too complex. Don't need to blow the game wide open. Just reset it downs here for Mundayne. Mundayne, a go route on the left sideline. You know if he's got time to take it. He just may take a peek at it. Gonna find a wide hole in the middle. Gonna take it all the way for the touchdown. From first down to touchdown for Mundayne. No signs of slowing down on offense so far. Continuing to play well there. Slight hesitation on that 3rd and inches. After that, Mundayne looking real comfortable after picking up the first down.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive.
Well, certainly what we want to be seeing here. We'll take a brief transition again. I'm trying to wrangle when Monster Mash's game is going to start. I thought it was 8 p.m. So far, he has not been live. It may be an issue on his end, however. We'll hopefully be able to grab an update for that match when we can. We'll return to the Mundayne show.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.
Mundayne willing to give up some extra yardage to make sure we do not have any kickoff return shenanigans. It's a man who believes in his defense. See if he's able to walk the walk and talk the talk here on 1st and 10.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Running back. We're to grab the first down. Mundayne up against SUNY Erie Community College. ECC for short. The ECC Cats. Up against Mundayne for Post University here in week 2. Screen pass. Just one man on the screen pass. It's going to be enough for the first down and more. Bit of a hate watch. I did not talk too much about Mundayne's defense because mostly every time we were watching him on full screen, he was throwing a moon ball down the left sideline, or like I said, he led Post University in week 1 scoring. So the offense spoke for itself. His defense certainly was solid. Again, his defense just about tied Adonis for best defense in week 1. So see if his defense is going to Maintain the same pace because his offense is looking good right now. 1st and 10 on the defensive side of the football. Scramble out of ECC. Gonna be enough for 2nd and 4. Don't want to take that sack. You do not want your quarterback getting blown up in college football 25. Especially so early in the game. Is Mundayne making... I didn't even catch that for a second. Mundayne making some subs on the fly. Nearly was a delay of game. Gonna be play action. That short inside route gonna be enough for 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 9. So this is basically as far of a 1st and goal as you could be asking for. If you're Mundayne. Is that a gift or a curse? We'll find out here on 1st down. Mundayne able to read the screen pass. Blow it up for a loss. The IQ on that man, ladies and gentlemen. He knew that was coming early. Able to read those linemen shifting there. Look at that. Watch that, man. Able to watch them shift out of the line of scrimmage early. Able to blow it up as a result. 2nd and goal here. It's Mundayne's first TFL, tackle for loss, of this game here. Want to see this defensive momentum keep up on the most important side of the field here in the red zone. Mundayne stupidly locked in right now. The quick pass. Oh, it's a fumble. It's loose. Oh, my goodness. And Mundayne's got the football. Wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Critical error. Coughing up the football at the 1-yard line. Mundayne going to have to get out of his own end zone. I believe it's a gain of 1. No, a loss of 1. Mundayne still got some work to do. A TFL in the wrong spot here. You're going to be giving up a safety. Battle has only just begun. Mundayne can't breathe easy just so far. He's come up with that stop, but he's going to need some quick yardage. Even if it is just to get out of your own end zone and punt the football away. Mundayne's surely going to be looking for more than that, though. Able to find some space on the wheel route. Get out to that right sideline. A 1st down and a lot of breathing room for Mundayne there on the reception. And then surely feeling good out of the shadow of his own end zone here. Mundayne, methodical on the line of scrimmage. Making some adjustments. Able to get the football out in time. No TFL there. Just 2nd and 10 for Mundayne on offense here for Texas. It looked like Mundayne saw the window. I don't know if he saw the impending sack. But he gets it out nonetheless. We have 2nd and 10. Oh, tight window. Mundayne's got the catch. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Mundayne just needs some change here for the 1st down. Gonna look for more than just pocket change. Pick up the 1st down on a big reception downfield. Able to break into the opponent's half of the field. Good possession catch there. Surrounded by 3 defenders. Didn't want to potentially give up an incompletion or a fumble getting blown up after that catch. We have the end of the 1st quarter. A calm 1st quarter by post-university offensive standards. But again, pitching a shutout so far in the 1st. No complaints. You're Mundayne so far, especially knocking on the end zone's door here early on in the 2nd. A magician at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what Mundayne's got for us here. A whole lot of in and out routes. Going to be a good for a gain of 7. And ECC bringing, I believe that's one of the safeties in, an extra man. Mundayne's surely going to see this. What is the response out of the offensive superstar for the Eagles? Got to get that ball out early, and he does. It's knocked out, though. We have 3rd and 3. Mundayne not to be deceived. He might have read that that was going to be a fake, or he was going to wind back. Excuse me as I bobbled the mic there. Mundayne's still going to have 3rd and 3 here.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll try to pick up.
Going to shift the defense at the line of scrimmage. The user lurk from the linebacker position. That ball just a little flat.
And they'll close in on him after a good.
And it's enough for the defense to come up with a takeaway. ECC Cats coming up with a defensive stop on Mundayne here. Early in the first half. This is a far cry from the free-flowing, can do no wrong offense we saw in week 1. Mundayne being tested on the offensive side of the field. Gonna have to come up with another takeaway here on defense. At the very least, another stop. Only a gain of 2. Mundayne's defense so far coming to play in a major way. It's going to need more of that. After the unfortunate interception, long ball going to get the Cats out to about midfield. Take a quick break. Again, just trying to double check on the Monster Mash game. Still isn't live. And I'm ultimate hate watch. Unfortunately, we come back a huge sack for Mundayne. We miss a tremendous highlight on defense. Send him back past midfield on the sack. 2nd and 19. Surely you're feeling pretty good if you're Mundayne. Well, we've seen the Cats come up big on offense. That play nearly jumped. Mundayne can't believe it either. Oh my goodness. So close yet so far away. Gonna have to come up with the stop on 3rd down. That play nearly, certainly would have been a pick 6 if they came down with it. Mundayne working lineman. Gonna go right at the quarterback here. Let's see what he's got. We know we've seen Monstah play a lot of linemen. It's a middle linebacker out of Mundayne, excuse me. And another stop. 4th and 19. Able to air it out before it's a sack. But Mundayne's defense holding strong here. Surely you see the punting unit come out. Wow, they stay on offense at their own 44. I just cannot predict any of these teams on special teams so far, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you're going to see Mundayne with a perfect prediction here on the defensive side of the football. It'll get him in prime scoring position. A whole lot of time for the quarterback, but no options. He's blown up for a 3rd time in a row. That's what you want from Mundayne. Don't leave user error up to anything. Don't rely on his opponent to fail. You make him fail. A whole lot of pressure at the quarterback. 1 sack. 2 plays that were essentially sacks. And now Mundayne back on the offensive side of the field. 1 man to beat, and he is gone. 6 more points for Mundayne. Couldn't ask for a better response. After giving up the interception, just run it on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Just that simple, all the way for 6. As Mundayne right back on offensive schedule. After some pack watch, we were wondering, his defense was up to snuff. Did Mundayne fell off? He responded in a major way. 1 play, 7 seconds, all the way to the house for 6. That's what you want to see out of the Eagles' leading scorer here in week 2. Gonna let the Cats have a kickoff that time. Take a brief break. We'll get a brief update. Adonis up 64-19 at the start of the fourth quarter, excuse me. 62-29 for BigSneezy with about a minute and a half left to go in their matchup. Monsters game somehow still hasn't started, which is insanity. We'll probably swap off of Mundayne in just a little bit here to catch the end of BigSneezy. Bit of a blowout, but we do want to see him take the 1-0 lead. It's Mundayne looking to keep the W train rolling for Post University. Short gain there. Looked like a loss of 0. Yeah, I guess it's just a loss of 0. I mean, can't complain if you're Mundayne. Whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. Gonna force a rollout, but not before getting him to cough up the football for a fumble. Oh my goodness. Another takeaway, this time for Mundayne on the defensive side of the ball. He's feeling it. He's leaning forward in his chair. He's popping off right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeling good. Certainly looking to turn it up to 5th gear here in the second quarter. They're going to get another quick score after the defensive takeaway immediately for the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Could not ask for 2 better plays. Play 1 on defense, take the football away. Play 1 on offense, take it to the house for 6. They can do no wrong so far. The 2-minute warning here in the second quarter as we'll transition away from his game for just a brief moment. As we'll look to catch the end of BigSneezy's game 1. He's got a minute left to play here, as he's continuing to cook with gas.
It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today, but moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosion.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job.
And Sneezy able to get a couple points for a 2-point safety, if I remember correctly. The PAT pick 6 doesn't go all the way for 6. Gonna be more points, all the same for the BigSneezy. Yeah, so a 2-point return for BigSneezy there. He's rolling in stride. Surely gonna be game 1 victory for him. He's not looking to slow down, excuse me. Quick onside kick. BigSneezy able to pick it up in stride. All's well that ends well there. BigSneezy looking to close out. Doing really well. He did not score 64 points. He scored 48 and 39 in his week 1 victory. So his offense finding a new gear here in week 2. It's 24 seconds. Doesn't look like any timeouts are coming out so far. Maybe all she wrote here. Last play on offense. Whole lot of deep shots for BigSneezy. Instead, it's going to be a pick 6 going the other way, surely. Unless you're able, the quarterback's able to make the tackle. No, going to be 6 points for Mundayne, or excuse me, for Concord on the way out. Excuse me. Far from the end of the world for BigSneezy. Probably not how he'd prefer this game to end. Timeout coming out for Sneezy. Gonna go from an onside kick to the standard kickoff. May just be standing in the back of your end zone for 10 seconds here. No, gonna have to come up with something. Can't come up with a QB kneel, as Concord have got all 3 of their timeouts. So BigSneezy gonna have to show up to play for at least 1 first down. He's 2nd and 3. There's that first timeout. Concord gonna force BigSneezy to play offense and play honest here at the end of this game. 2 seconds left, so BigSneezy can snap the football and run backwards for all he cares. It's gonna do just that. This game is over. The deep shot for 6 more. Gonna be broken up And that's all she wrote. Game 1 going the way of Big Sneezy. Going to take a 64-42 W.
Go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every
Great start for Big Sneezy. We'll be back with his second game in just a little bit. We'll be grabbing the end of Adonis's game as he is putting up goofy number 79-19. A reception from the opposing end zone out of Bushnell University. Not too bad. Shout out to Adonis for turning off the commentator so we can have his game audio without this being a way more crowded booth than usual. As Adonis, much like Big Sneezy, surely just looking to close out this game in stride, move on to game 2. But I don't think we've had as many antics here. We didn't watch much of Big Sneezy as we were watching Mundayne at Adonis's game, but scoring got a little out of hand here. Adonis, he kept his foot on the gas on the defensive side of the football. Adonis still has all 3 timeouts. If he does want to pile on the points, certainly going to have avenues to do so. We have 3rd and 2, sideline out of bounds. Adonis, that middle linebacker position, man. Played it to perfection, continuing to do just that. Gives that Beacons offense nowhere to go. Bushnell University here on 4th and 2. And this one going to get blown up as well. No go on offense that time for the Beacons. Adonis looking to find some options. To find a deep shot down the left sideline. A quick timeout. Yeah, Adonis looking to set a high score here. 79 would already be the highest we've seen out of any post-university Eagle so far this season. Adonis looking to make it a difficult target for his fellow Eagles competitors to hit here. Looking to find 6 more. The deep ball got out of his hands. Oh, and it was broken up. So 2nd and 10. Mundayne, do not worry. The sound check shenanigans happen to all of us, man. Adonis trying to get away with 6 more. 5 seconds left. That one's broken up. Surely the last chance to really go the distance of the field here. And get us 6 more. Adonis looking to go down swinging even though he's up 60 points on Bushnell University so far in game 1. Bushnell gonna dare Adonis to beat him through the air? No, it's a foot race. It's gonna go nowhere, unfortunately. Gonna have to settle for the 60-point victory is Adonis. Not the worst thing on planet Earth as Adonis moves on to game 2. Monster Mash still somehow MIA. BigSneezy in the midst of picking teams for his second game matchup. So we will return to the Mundayne show, ladies and gentlemen.
They're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
So 3rd and 12, another 3rd and long that this Mundayne defense has got up against here, but they give up the first down, looking to gain a couple more as well. Couple of jukes able to get him out to the 30. Mundayne's certainly not happy about that one. SUNY Airy Community College able to flip the field on a pretty big gain, getting him inside the 30. First down gonna go nowhere. Mundayne on the middle linebacker position. You wonder if CECC or ECC, excuse me, are aware of this. Going outside the numbers that time to avoid the user defense for the first. Oh, the read option. Gonna be enough for the first. Gonna take a tackle as well. Some reckless abandon. Wow, 5 attempts for -9. Okay, so decent gain there for Dylan Gabriel on the ECC side of things, but Mundayne's been all over it so far. Another red zone stop we're gonna need out of Mundayne here. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Only giving up a field goal so far, which we unfortunately did not catch. We want to keep 6 off the board here on first and goal. Mundayne, that middle linebacker position, going to force another scramble out of ECC. Mundayne's got to be careful. He's playing that middle linebacker position. I'm pretty sure that means he's the QB spy, but he's trusted his linemen to contain Gabriel so far, and it's worked to great effect. We saw that -9 rushing stat earlier. Gabriel's got to be careful. He's able to find it for the touchdown. That was a tough one. Some of those linemen looked like they had a chance to take down the SUNY Erie Community College quarterback, but instead it's going to be 7 on the board for the Cats. Far from the end of the world for Mundayne. Certainly don't want to have any signs of slowing down, though. Clobbered at the 19-yard line on the kickoff. Love the defensive stats there. 2-1 on the turnover battle and 4 sacks for Mundayne on the defensive side of the ball. Wise use of a timeout. 6 seconds, certainly a bit close for comfort for Mundayne. Not looking to pick up a delay of game on his first down of this offensive trip here. Let's see what he's got. Looking to read the defense. One man streaking down the right sideline. 2 men to beat. 1 man, 1 CPU. So that would have been a tough break. Not too much to complain for Mundayne that time, as he's able to pick up the first down and more.
Answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop.
7 seconds. The delay of game timer a factor. Mundayne able to get the ball out, but not before short gain of 1. Not too bad for Mundayne. He's clearly digging deep in the playbook right now. 2nd time in a row the play clock goes down to 6 seconds. I mean, he's got the clock being chewed down to 11 seconds, so it's not that crazy. He's going down to 6. Oh, Mundayne, he's kicking himself. He's kicking himself. It was a gamble. Where was that gap? Unfortunate end of the 50-50 that time. Another gain of 1, and we have 3rd and 8. Thinking about going outside or sticking to that gap. Mundayne gonna need a gain of 8 here to pick up the first down. They're only gonna send 4. Gonna dare Mundayne to beat him through the air, and he does just that. Just what the doctor ordered. Mundayne, the perfect prescription on 3rd and 8 for the first down. And draped in green defenders as well. SUNY Erie Community College was just around the corner that time. Mundayne is able to break it out the left sideline. No one is home. This is going to be 6 more. Mundayne breaking out the emotes. Oh my goodness. Mundayne playing with his food a bit that time. He's not even upset. You'll see it on the replay again on the top left corner of your screen. Bringing out the emotes, the juke move. And it's going to be enough for a tackle at the 2-yard line. Mundayne playing the time game here. I don't think he's looking to rack up a billion points like we saw Adonis just moments earlier, as he's content to take that dive. Just chew more time off the game clock. Mundayne not looking to score any post-university scoring records here. He's going to have to wait until game 2 to try to match the amazing game Adonis had, 79-19, in his game 1 victory. I believe that's a gain of 1. All gains of yardage are good gains of yardage. Hard to complain at the 1 yard line. Oh, QB keeper. Gonna flip it out, but it's a fumble. So Mundayne getting in his bag. Almost calamity at the goal line. It's gonna be 3rd and 13. 3rd and goal. You keep the football, but you may have to be settling for 3 points here. This time down the field. Instead of 6. That was close. See what Mundayne's got. 3rd and 13. Surely you expect him to go through the air, but he's ripped off plenty of long runs in this one. A quick ball for the touchdown. Immediately able to find that gap in the zone defense. What a read out of Mundayne there. To quickly air that ball out. On that soft zone coverage, you see that, yeah, Mundayne, 8 plays, 4 minutes. This is the polar opposite of the avalanche Adonis was trying to inflict. Slow, methodical football. He's able to come out with 6 all the same. Love to see that out of Mundayne here. Oh, the juke moves. Not going to be enough for the score. As barring a miracle out of SUNY Erie Community College, unless the Cats pull out an absolute showstopper on offense here in the final quarter of play, may be all she wrote for game 1, especially with how Mundayne was playing on that last drive. Taking an entire quarter to score those 6.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves...
Little draw play for the running back, I believe. Mundayne's still all over it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and 7. Surely it's go for it territory for ECC. But we're going to find out here. SUNY Erie Community College on 4th and 8. And yeah, they're going to keep the offense out there. It is do or die time with 2:50 left to go in the 4th. And the deep ball, Mundayne all over that one. He's feeling it. That is game, set, and match. He saw that play from a mile away. Only one, shame on you. I believe we saw ECC go to that offensive play earlier in the game. I think we saw Mundayne run a similar formation, give up that same linebacker lurk interception. Mundayne hitting ECC with a taste of their own medicine here, and he's back on offense. Oh, he's not happy about that one. Another play, daring that zone defense to get just a little bit closer, play just a little bit tighter. Wide receiver and the quarterback not on the same page. It's incomplete. Only sending 4. So Mundayne with light years to pick apart the defense. Going to do so for a gain of 9. Very interesting. Have a prevent defense coming out of ECC here. Not exactly what I'd expect with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. You may want to throw some gambles. Give up score so you can get your offense back out on the field. Instead, it's going to be Mundayne picking apart this very laid-back defense. Only sending 4. Mundayne's still able to pick him apart for the first. You see what you saw, one man laid out on the back there. So the offensive line doing some work for Mundayne.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10.
Inside the 2-minute warning. Mundayne took his time last drive, but I wouldn't be surprised. Knocking on the end zone if he tries to get a couple more here. Spin move right into the defenders. Still a gain of 6 for Mundayne that time. Mundayne, man, pick your poison. Oh my goodness. Felt like his whole receiving core was open. Gonna find one deep in the end zone for 6 more. Oh my goodness. Looking at the receivers, felt like there were no wrong answers on that test. Up goes 6 more. Make it 7 with the PAT for Mundayne.
Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
So we'll take this play, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back to catch the final score of this matchup, but we're going to take a brief transition because Adonis and Sneezy are surely going to be in the thick of their games, and I want to catch how they're going. As we cut the sound to that game, Mundayne picked up a a nasty sack on the quarterback. So we get the names changed here. It's Adonis looking to do his best Carson Beck impression on the Georgia Bulldogs. It's already cooking with gas. 3 scores in less than half of the first quarter. Oh my goodness. And make it 7 more. 6 on the touchdown for Adonis. Amazing, his opponent, the Beacon, sticking with Oregon after losing game 1 on that same squad. So you wonder about their lineup versatility because you do need to swap after a win. But Bushnell U, after taking the loss, the Beacon sticking with the Oregon Ducks. Meanwhile, Adonis might be looking to set another scoring record here after dropping 79 in game 1. It's got 28 here in the first quarter. We do got to make that score 1-0 for literally everyone. We still, no word on Navy's game. We'll double check at the end of the broadcast. And Monstah may just be winning by a forfeit because this game still hasn't begun. Whole lot of time. Way too much time. Adonis getting right at the quarterback there. How many seconds? Too long in the pocket. May have been 10 plus seconds in the pocket there. For the Beacons that time. Just too simple for Adonis to come up with the sack for 2nd and 23. Gonna send 4. Oh my goodness. If we had an Adonis cam, I'm sure he's amazed he didn't come up with that interception. Draped in Bulldogs defenders. The Beacon's able to come up with the catch. Ball right down the middle. You can't be going back to the same well, especially with Adonis on middle linebacker. Daring that man to stop you. He does just that. Talked about it earlier. Maybe play outside the numbers when you've got some stellar linebacker play. The Beacon's not learning that lesson so far. Another takeaway for Adonis. We saw a whole lot in game 1. I haven't checked the stats, but I'm sure there's been a couple here in this game. Short gain of 2. And yeah, Carson Beck with just 1 touchdown. So there may have been a pick 6. Wouldn't be surprised if Adonis doing some work on the ground. So we'll see what they've got here. This is their 2nd trip on offense we've seen. Looking to make it 35-0 in the first. Play action pass. He had some options. Got blown up before he could get to him. And we have 3rd and 8. So we'll bring some of that more ambient sound again. Adonis got the commentators off. Oh, that was a dangerous ball, but Adonis, no fear, striking at the end zone for another touchdown. One-on-one coverage, just let him go get it. Adonis doing just that en route to a 35-0 lead in the first quarter. On pace, let's do the math here, ladies and gentlemen. 140 points for this man. If he's somehow able to keep up this absurd pace. Surely that's almost impossible, but Adonis might be making more magic happen. Just broke the scoring record for post-university and college football 25. Maybe looking to do more of the same here in game 2. Break it yet again. So we'll go to the end of the first quarter here with Adonis, and then we'll go see what BigSneezy is up to. I'm pretty sure he's up big in that game. Almost another takeaway for Adonis. Instead, broken up. It's incomplete. Ladies and gentlemen, here in week 2, if you're just joining us, everybody on Post University is cooking with gas. Navy and Monstah, we haven't been able to see their POV today. A deep ball. Oh, and it's broken up. Oh my goodness. A big defensive stop for Adonis. Would have surely put an end to the shutout that he's been throwing so far here in an electric game too. He's on fire on offense. Gonna give up the first down. Had a chance for a fumble there for sure. Busting out the hit stick on number 88. Not gonna lodge the ball loose though. Instead, we have 1st and 10. Honestly, able to bring down the running back. Want to see some of this star-studded defense. We've seen him cook on offense, but you don't get to a 35-0 lead in 1 quarter without some magic on defense here. Let's see if we're going to find more of it. He had an interception earlier on the previous trip downfield. There's playing outside the numbers. Adonis still throwing that hit stick, though. You're not careful. Snow University might be coughing up that football if they're not careful. Adonis has been laying down the pain with the hit stick. A rollout before getting laid out. 2nd and 6. Wow. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is not... the chance for the early concede. Yeah, you play on. I know this happens in Madden. If you're absolutely dominating. Looks like it happens in college football 25 as well. That will be our cue to depart this game. This is the absurdly lopsided affair. Mundayne, we did not catch the end of his game, which is sad because I do not know the final. We will not know the final score. He's moving on to game 2. So we'll get to him in just a moment. Catch just a little bit of the BigSneezy experience. So we'll have to give it just a moment to see where BigSneezy is on the offensive side of the ball here. Like he's on Georgia. Whole lot of Georgia. So we've got BigSneezy and Adonis on it. BigSneezy introducing us to the BigSneezy show here in game 2. Quick touchdown for that man. Right as we transition to his POV. He is down, which is almost unbelievable. It's been rare to see a post-University Eagle down in these matchups. So we'll stay with him for just a little bit as Adonis and Mundayne are putting up scoring records. So we want to see how post-University Eagle responds while they're down. It's been rare to see them have deficits to make up here, ladies and gentlemen. See what BigSneezy's got. 49-16. I appreciate you, Mundayne, for getting us that final score.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen, calmer now.
Spin move out to the left side. Gonna be a 1st down. Not too much more.
You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And how about that?
Good stop. Not a tackle for loss, but no gain there on 1st down.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Monstah nearly had a, or Sneezy rather, nearly had a takeaway. Excuse me. He's gonna have to settle for 3rd and short. Able to blow up the running back for a loss of 2. And a quick timeout. Are we not in the 2nd quarter? We are in the 2nd quarter. I did have my math correct. BigSneezy looking to get a stop here, quickly get back out on offense. Did not catch the start of the game, so I do not know which way the possession arrow will go at the start of the 2nd half, but I would not be surprised if BigSneezy may be looking to grab a couple of extra possessions here at the start and end of these halves. Just got to pick up a stop here to do it. Inside the numbers, able to blow it up.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough.
No, he caught it up. He caught the pass. It was not blown up.
He's gonna pass.
So BigSneezy gonna have to remain on defense. Big sack.
Escape and down he goes.
This time it's
The offense will
Ohio State bringing out the timeout.
one of its timeouts.
Conquered.
Just a great
Interesting decision
making him go through
with them being up here. They may be looking to
time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You
play with their food just a little bit. It's second down, and Sneezy's only got one timeout.
avoid that quick stuff and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
So they do have the power to just let this game go to halftime if they want. Gonna be a scramble for the quarterback. Ooh, that was close.
Slide to avoid the big hit.
Almost got the head taken off.
After them, 3rd and short.
Big Sneezy gonna have to come up with a stop on 3rd and short. No timeout coming out that time. Running back deleted before hitting that first down marker. The final timeout coming out for Big Sneezy. He needs a stop here if he wants a chance to get some points here at the end of the first half.
They really have no
Sure which play Big Sneezy chose. He's gonna need some magic on defense to get the ball back in his hands here. See what Big Sneezy is working with. Gonna stay on that linebacker position. That route. So far, watching Big Sneezy, that route has been a problem. Concord has gone to the well on that route 3 times in a row
for 1 or 2 more plays.
through the air. That slot receiver. This possession catches. Don't need anything yards after catch. Not trying to risk a fumble there. That'll surely take us to the end of the half. The only question is,
Guys getting set on first.
Concord still have 1 timeout left. They're looking to leave with some points of their own.
He's looking to throw it.
Looking to make it a 2-possession game with a touchdown.
And they'll finally
There goes the final Ohio State timeout. Concord already in field goal range, but 5 seconds left to play. It's do or die time. They're going to look to just take 3.
get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit.
Make it a touchdown game. 7-point lead for Concord here. The roaring back after taking the game 1 loss. Picking the kick return, basically a formality here for Big Sneezy. Unless he plans on going all the way for 6.
Need to finish off these final few seconds.
We will be finding out very shortly who's got that possession in the start of the 3rd quarter.
Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make
Little lateral, going to be much ado about nothing. We have halftime, so Big Sneezy down. Again, a rare sight during this semester's coverage of College Football 25. And the possession arrow not going Big Sneezy's way. He's going to be kicking off to start the 3rd.
things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. No return coming.
Big Sneezy's had some moments on defense. We have not watched this whole game, unfortunately. But I'm making it a point of emphasis. Do not let that slot receiver route be the reason you lose. It certainly hasn't been the only source of offense for Concord so far, but you just hate to get nickeled and dimed by that same play repeatedly. If you're Big Sneezy here, don't let him beat you that simply.
Shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is
Another run play goes nowhere
your quarterback
for a loss of 2. Big Sneezy's run defense so far, immaculate.
in pass protection. That has to be
Want to see that same energy as Concord may look to go to the air here on 2nd down. Going to be a rollout for Howard. All sorts of space and the slide just short of the 1st down marker.
Make some of those mistakes.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Hurry up offense makes it hard for Big Sneezy to adjust unless you throw out some audibles. Another scramble for Howard, but it's going to be short of the 1st.
Get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
great job by the defense there. First off,
4th and 2
initially, and then forcing
on their own 30.
pocket after that. Excellent.
But it looks like Concord going to stay out on offense. We still haven't seen the play they've selected. You'll see that. Yeah, there it is. Defense pick up play. You'll see the formation, or at least the personnel.
Still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but
And they're going to keep the quarterback out there here, looking to pick up a 2-yarder. There it is! Big Sneezy all over that one. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Big Sneezy not going to be fooled again there, coming up with the takeaway.
staring his receiver down,
Check that box on the point of emphasis for Sneezy there. Able to make a stop on the same play that was his kryptonite to end the second. Little juke move. Able to come up with a gain of 7. If I'm Big Sneezy, I'm feeling myself. That was one heck of a stop. Again, that pet play that Concord was going to repeatedly. This time the screen pass. Juke move, able to get the first down and more. That's a strike right at the Concord University attack. That pet play you like to go back to. We are on to you. Big Sneezy sending a message on defense as he's looking to send one on offense as well and tie up this game. A gain on the ground that time, and we have 2nd and 1.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Big Sneezy, 2nd and 1. Oh, the run play gets blown up for a loss of 2. 3rd and 3. I'm Big Sneezy. You still got a lot of options. You can limp into 1st and goal here with just a 3-yard gain. You can also go boomer bust for the touchdown. So they've got a lot of leverage on offense. Looking for the short gain. Oh, I think it's going to be short. No, just barely past the marker for 1st and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion.
So they do get the short completion for 1st and 10. The longest for 1st and goal rather. The longest 1st and goal you'll see here out at the 10-yard line. But we did see Mundayne score from, I believe, 3rd and goal at the 13. Big Sneezy not looking to wait that long. Going to go right at the end zone for the touchdown here on 1st down. We're going to tie up this game with the PAT. It is good. Different kind of energy from Big Sneezy. They're going to keep the undefeated streak alive. Again, early on in Swiss stage, the quality of opponents are so variable. So it's really up to you to put some pressure on your opponents. Stay mentally composed. And stay locked in. Because again, early on in Swiss, you don't know what kind of offense you're going to be expecting. Big Sneezy rolling to victory pretty comfortably in week 1. Got a bit of a battle on his hands here in week 2. More middle linebacker magic for Big Sneezy. Gonna force him outside the numbers. That's what you want to see. Big Sneezy feeling his impact felt by the sort of offense that Concord are looking to run here. And again, trying to get past Big Sneezy, who's still able to get there for the tackle. 3rd and 2. Pivotal 3rd down for momentum here. Concord and Big Sneezy battling for the lead. Tied at 24. A big 3rd and 2. What is Big Sneezy cooking? I think he's sniffing out that short route. Again, number 11. Got to be aware of it. The deep ball going to get broken up just the same. We have 4th and 2. Big Sneezy ready. And Concord just as ready, up in the ante, keeping the offense out yet again on 4th down. Very brave offense out of Concord. Are they able to back up the talk? They're able to pick up the first. Another possession catch there, just to get the feet and possession inbounds, reset the 1st down marker here. And it's tough for Big Sneezy. Offense playing outside the numbers, it's really hard to have an impact at the middle linebacker position. Although that's one way to do it, a sack. Goes in the stat column as a sack. Still just 2nd and 10, no TFL there. And yeah, Concord, I mean... Oh, the ball is loose! Someone's got to get this football. Where is it? Oh my goodness, Big Sneezy finally able to come up with it. The ball was out for years, but no one on the Concord side of thing was there other than that receiver who got laid out. No one was home on Concord to pick up to recover the football. And BigSneezy, that's one way to make his impact felt outside the numbers, coming up with a big takeaway. Dangerous ball there, bobbled. None of the linemen coming up with it. We have second down. So again, we'll take a brief break after this possession to check in on Mundayne and Adonis. I'm assuming Monstah's game is a forfeit based on his opponent's or his stream still not being live. We still don't have his POV. We didn't have navies, but we'll look to check in there as well. Right now, we got a battle. This is not a high-scoring affair. This is a tightly contested contest. BigSneezy looking to break it wide open with the deep ball for the touchdown. One heck of a response from BigSneezy. Fumble recovery on defense. Moon ball for 6 points. Now 7 with the PAT, and he's got a big lead. They're going to take back control of this game in the second half. That's what we want to see out of BigSneezy. Again, we'll take a brief moment. We'll double check the Monster Mash stream. Somehow still not live. I think, okay, so Adonis's game is currently not, it looks like he's good. It looks like he left, or his opponent may have left earlier. Remember, Adonis was going to set, looked like a basketball game, the amount of points he was scoring when we left him at the end of the first quarter up 35-0. So his opponent may have just forfeited in week 2 to give Adonis the comfortable week 2 victory. We'll double check with the ECC scoring a little bit later. We'll stay on BigSneezy for just a little bit here. We'll see how he responds on defense. Mundayne in a bit of a nail biter as well. 7-7. BigSneezy picking up his 5th sack of the contest, which is kind of bonkers considering we're in the third quarter. My guy quit. Insane. Can only imagine the scoreline Adonis had when he forced his opponent to quick bits. Oh, BigSneezy almost had a takeaway there. All over that football, and we have an incompletion. Welcome, main channel viewers, as we currently have a nail biter on your screen. BigSneezy on the Georgia Bulldogs. His opponent, Concord University, on the Ohio State. But 73-8 is insane. And that wasn't even the whole game. BigSneezy, another takeaway on the defensive side of the football. As he's looking to bust this game wide open. 2 straight takeaways for BigSneezy. 73-8 is bonkers, dude. 73-19 and 73-8. Adonis ready for week 3 after a dominant performance there. Right after the takeaway, another perfect pair of possessions for BigSneezy. The takeaway right into the touchdown. BigSneezy firmly grasping control of this game here. Multi-score lead at the end of the third quarter. BigSneezy getting real comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be our cue. We'll transition back to the Mundayne show. His game a bit closer, a bit earlier on in his matchup. Up in the second quarter. We'll transition into the Mundayne show. Tightly contested contest. Mundayne, more Georgia Bulldogs action here. Seems that's the theme for Post University in game 2. Taking a whole lot of time. You got to watch out for that safety, brother. Oh my goodness. That ball not picked off somehow. Mundayne can't believe it. He quit at halftime. This dude Adonis dropped 73.5 in 10 minutes of college football 25. That is insane. My goodness. Adonis still going to maintain that top scoring record. 79-19 in game 1 is the top score we've had so far in this early on in the spring semester. But 73-8.5, that's got to be some sort of consolation prize. It's got to be some technically second, technically first place. Got to put an asterisk on that one because that is insane. for Adonis as he strolls to week 2 victory. 4th and inches, Mundayne still in a tightly contested contest on his end. Oh, the quarterback not going to make it. Mundayne's feeling himself. That's a huge stop. 4th and inches, the QB sneak deleted. And now Mundayne room service for the touchdown at the 10-yard line. Mundayne going to quickly look to make this turnover on downs into a score. Going to find a man deep downfield for the touchdown. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, no. You only need 1 foot in bounds in college football 25. Still not going to be enough there. Booth review. Mundayne feeling it. The refs going to count it. The refs are going to count it. Shout out to the Zebras after booth review. That touchdown is good for 6. Took a longer than usual route to get there, but Mundayne able to take the lead all the same. Mundayne gonna start playing defense at about the 19. So coming up with a big turnover on downs and a takeaway in the previous pair of possessions. Let's see what Mundayne's got here, playing more defense on first down. Or playing more offense, rather. No, excuse me, playing more defense. I'm getting the colors mixed up. 2 red teams, and I'm somehow still getting jumbled together. So Mundayne gonna have to come up with another defensive stop to truly look to blow this game wide open, get a 2-possession game. Start thinking about early forfeits. And that's gonna be a sack on the quarterback. 3rd and 13. A massive loss there. SUNY Area Community College. Is that a timeout? No, the 2-minute warning. Excuse me. Excuse me, as we'll surely see some timeouts coming from both sides shortly. Interesting decision to run on 3rd and 13. And is that a safety? It's 4th and 25 at the 4. Mundayne can't believe it either. Like, bring out the Chris Moo voice, because what is he doing? Mundayne going to be all over this one. 4th and 25, miles of time. You're thinking about the safety. The deep ball going to be caught. No, it's dropped. And I hope Mundayne's hungry. He's got more room service here. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line after another stop. So what you want to see in Mundayne? Classic turnovers on downs. The ECC Cats here are playing with fire, and Mundayne going to look to burn them twice in a row here. Ball down to the running back, and 6 more points for Mundayne. Can do no wrong, just methodical. Turnovers on downs, which is insane in the second quarter. The pressure Mundayne's putting on the ECC Cats here to be feeling like they got to go for it on 7-14, on 7-7. They're aware of what kind of high-level player Mundayne is. They don't want to take any chances. Fortunately, they're playing right into his hand, going for it on 4th down twice in 2 trips downfield.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
See what Mundayne's got. Continuing to play that middle linebacker position to perfection. Just barely a sack. Yeah. Mundayne knows it. He's got those hands up. He knows. He's letting him know. If you throw at me, I am taking that football away. Mundayne, high level defense from all three of our matches tonight from that middle linebacker spot.
And back to the air on second down.
Continuing to test them through the air. The Cats just barely able to avoid the sack that time.
Complete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after.
Very close
No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
to a fumble there for Mundayne. 3rd and 10.
From the 40.
The Cats have been locked here at the 40-yard line. Mundayne looking to size up another stop. Some adjustments on the line of scrimmage out of the Cats. Let's see if it'll be enough for a gain here. Playing outside the numbers, way out of the range.
On third down.
We have 4th down. Are you going to go for it 3 times in 3 trips on offense? At this point, you're in too deep, and they're going to do just that. You got to keep the offense out on the field. Just to save face, just to keep up with the pace that Mundayne is cooking with right now on the offensive side of the football. But to do that, you got to match his defense. The deep ball out to the left sideline, and it's wide. Mundayne, not quite room service. We're at the 40-yard line. This is more like ordering takeout. Mundayne still got to go and pick it up. He's got some work to do between him and 6 more points. But he's surely going to be feeling himself after 3 consecutive stops on defense.
From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Oh, it's a foot race. He's got men behind him, not able to spin past the defenders in front of him, but a big chunk of yardage there. Gain of 11.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional.
Oh, chip block, quick throw. Man was covered, going to be incomplete. Stay with Mundayne until the end of this possession. We'll take a brief
This offense has a
interlude to stop by and see how see how Sneezy's game is going.
making adjustments with his receiver.
We'll see if we swap. We don't know if Sneezy's continuing to pile on to his lead.
Incompletion. Back to the passing game.
Oh, the pass is broken up. Mundayne's been really good at that zone read.
Third down.
Have that slot receiver on the go route.
He just has to do a better job giving his
Able to find that soft spot in the zone defense. That's classic Madden cheese. If you're catching the opposing player just kind of stumbling into what kind of plays they're picking on defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Good possession catch, and we have 1st and goal.
Down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Solid fundamentals.
Been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just
These crossing routes have been a problem for the Cats to handle.
to throw. It's back.
Mundayne, that's a dangerous ball, but it's a touchdown all the same. Looked like another possession where he had multiple receivers open.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game,
I believe we had a man on the far left corner of the end zone as well, but Mundayne able to score. Regardless, again, no wrong answers on that test for Mundayne there. He is up big as we approach the end of the second quarter. Again, a brief break. As we'll double check, see what BigSneezy's working with. Just for a brief moment, as his game surely going to be coming to an end. He is also blowing it wide open. Brief transition. We'll just take a quick peek. 2 minutes left in this matchup, so we'll stay with him for just a bit longer.
makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. On the doorstep of
And I think I got confused because BigSneezy's got Georgia in the whites, and I think Mundayne's got Georgia in the reds. BigSneezy's got Georgia in for a touchdown. Another touchdown for BigSneezy. He was down when we first saw him earlier on in game 2 rather. But he's clearly responded in kind. Up huge. Offsides. Surely you attempt the PAT. No, you're going to decline it to go for 2? No, just to reattempt it.
timeout called by the offense, obviously seeing something they didn't like on this two-point try. Here comes the two.
Yeah, you decline it to go for 2. BigSneezy looking to rub a little salt in the wound here. And the speedster on the outside able to pick up 2 more.
Extends the lead. They wasted no time on that drive.
Barring a calamitous last 2 minutes, this should be all she wrote for BigSneezy's Game 2 victory, or Week 2 victory here. We'll take a brief moment while BigSneezy is choosing some plays. Just going to double check on the status of Monstah's and Navy's matches here. See if we can't grab them. So one moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. I'll grab these results and then we'll get right back into the remainder of BigSneezy's matchup here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we back. My apologies. Pulling those scores took a bit longer than I expected, as BigSneezy is continuing to pile on the points. The PAT goes nowhere. That is a good point. Tiebreakers, score differential certainly does matter for tiebreakers. So it does end up being a factor. That is a good point. You wonder how much that is at the top of these players' minds. It is still very early in Swiss. So you wonder if it's just trying to keep the offense warm, or if you are really concerned about potential tiebreakers for seeding later down this semester. Deep shot goes nowhere. BigSneezy's got one timeout. His opponent's got a couple. And they're taking some deep shots as well. So I think both players here are going to continue to tighten up the score differential. The scramble, the spin move on the QB into the slide. Some brave QB play from Post University's opponents tonight. No doubt about it. More scrambling from Howard, and he's lit up. Surprised that wasn't a fumble. We have 2nd and 3. Sneezy, that middle linebacker position, more scrambling. I don't know. I mean, it's certainly gaining yardage, but I don't know if it's going to result in anything but a field goal at this rate. 2 timeouts remaining. Still half of the field to go here with 30 seconds and change, and the clock's still ticking. Another scramble. A timeout. BigSneezy's final timeout. Unless BigSneezy just starts playing perma QB spy. I don't know what you do to stop these scrambles, but They're far from some sort of poison pill that will result in a bunch of scoring. And I guess that's one way to stop it. Dare him to throw, and that's going to be 6 more points. Perfect timing, user pick. BigSneezy all over that one. Underrated score line. BigSneezy at 78 with this one. The PAT will tie him with Adonis's post-U best of game score of 79-19. PAT is good. He's going to have 80. He's going to have 80. New record for CF25 here in the spring semester. BigSneezy just barely one-upping Adonis' 79-19 victory earlier tonight. And again, Adonis 73-8 halftime score before the forfeit in game 2. So maybe you count that one as 1.5. Barring any turnover shenanigans here, should be the final play of BigSneezy here in week 2. That ball gonna go nowhere, but it's incomplete. One more down of football for BigSneezy in week 2. The deep man 3 prevent from BigSneezy. He is not looking to give up any sort of score differential shenanigans here. You want every bit of that score differential. That ball going to be short. BigSneezy may be able to leave with a couple more. He's going to need a perfect return. He's not able to find it. He'll have to settle for 80-20. Wait a minute, a fumble. All's well that ends well for BigSneezy. Gigantic win. 80-24. Hard to complain for that. BigSneezy setting a new post-university record for points scored in a college football 25 game here. You'd love to see the offense out of that man. So we return to our remaining post-U esports player on for tonight. Mundayne. Pretty comfortable here. Multi-score game. 4th quarter. That ball just a little bit short. And I am correct. Yeah, that was the issue. Both players running Georgia on opposite uniforms, so that small mix-up on the swap. But Mundayne anything but mixed up right now, up 35-7 with 4 minutes left to play. Big stop on 2nd and goal. He's feeling it. Yes, sir. Let him know. A tremendous stop. 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line now. I mean, we've seen Mundayne put up lots of stops. 4th and inches. The QB sneak got blown up. That scramble play getting blown up. Daring Mundayne to test him. Just short on the tackle. He's not happy about it. As ECC able to come up with 6 more. 7 now on the PAT. No, it's a fake. And it goes nowhere. The 2-point conversion gets lit up. So going to be 13-35 for Mundayne here. So Navy's results still have not come in. His game did start at 8 p.m. We did not see the Monstah POV. Did not see his stream come up live, unfortunately. He did end up losing his matchup against, again, that was the Southeastern University Fire player that Mundayne beat in week 1. When it felt like everyone in Post University was up against someone from SEU. So a bit of a post-U esports revenge tour from the Fire as they take Monstah down to 0-2. The remaining post-university Eagles, though, looking pretty good. Oh, the late ball, and it's picked off. Oh, my. That is so rare. We've seen it countless times today and last week. So many players, it's just a habit to throw the ball out as you're getting sacked so you don't take that loss of yardage. This is the first time in 2 weeks we've seen it actually come up with a takeaway. We did see one get ruled as a fumble earlier this broadcast, but those sorts of turnovers are so rare in college football 25 and in Madden. It's just so commonplace for those players to throw it like that. should be little more than an oddity on this game. 2 minutes and 50, so a comeback it's possible, but the odds are certainly in Mundayne's favor. He'll be coming out with the W. Gonna play more linebacker. That quick go route, testing those deep zones. I've seen many players on all sides of the football, all sides of the post-U esports team, get it used against them and to use it against the opponent.
Nice job between those two.
It's first down from the 11. Let's go. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Mundayne gonna need to come up with another stop here. First play past the 2-minute warning. Still 3 timeouts a pair for both teams.
Into the end zone.
Dangerous ball over everybody's head.
Far for anybody to catch. Except
The Sunni quarterback, they may have spotted just how covered that was, and you can adjust the throw position. Just throw a real high ball. Intentionally throw a completion. To avoid that interception. We'll see how they respond on second down. Almost another interception. Mundayne can't believe it. So close to multiple interceptions here this trip. On this set of downs.
pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Don't want to sell out on defense though. You've been so close yet so far away on these takeaways.
Inside give.
Just gonna have to live with a gain of 1 on 4th and 9.
To keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next
Mundayne looking to come up with the defensive stop on 4th and 9.
not a good day.
All but automatic. You can see it in his face. A run on 4th and 9 with the game in this way. Too easy for Mundayne on the defensive end. He's been so good at stopping the run. Mundayne just thinking about the score differential right now. 35-13. Would be the tightest win we've seen so far. Again, Monstah 0-2, but in terms of W's for post-U esports, they've all been lopsided blowouts. This would be the closest one.
Everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
It would take an insane degree of scoring to change that, but Mundayne led week 1 in scoring for post-U esports, so anything's possible for this young man here.
Where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find
Crossing routes so dangerous. You saw the safety peel off his actual man to go and make that tackle, so crisis averted. Not going home for 6 just yet.
Feeling awfully good after that big play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Mundayne, he loves these crossing routes. Pick your poison. Oh, but it's dropped. Wow.
Complete pass. He had a huge
But again, so dangerous. You get the go route on the right sideline, and then you get those streaking routes. You force that deep safety to pick your poison. Got away with it that time with the drop.
after the incompletion. They
But we've seen just how dangerous that play is. Mundayne just barely able to get the ball out. Had to get it out to avoid the sack, but gives up the interception.
his head has to be spinning.
Rocking a hard place for Mundayne there. We may catch it on the replay here. Now the players will go to offense, go to the field before we can catch it. But Mundayne, I believe he saw that he was milliseconds away from taking a sack.
because I'm just
This ball aired out right on target.
Left sideline got the foot down in a strong throw.
Took 1 foot out of bounds. Is all you need to end the yards after catch there.
The scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Short gain of 4.
Really good effort on that one to work his
Mundayne leaning back in his chair. We saw him leaning forward
productive first down play.
earlier when these games were really close, when he needed to come up with 4th quarter stops. Maybe taking a couple gears down shift here. 4 seconds left in the game. A quick timeout.
There as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Here, Mundayne. Maybe you've got that score differential in the back of your mind here. Could be a factor later down this semester.
Fires toward the end zone.
And that's one way to make sure every score goes in your favor. Every point counts.
On the scoreboard
Mundayne, a lower scoring affair than we're used to for him. Again, leading Post University in week 1. Still coming out with the 2-0 sweep. Every win is a win for Mundayne there, as he'll be our final player to round things out for tonight. You missed last week's games. All 4 on your screen here now. Mundayne, Adonis, BigSneezy coming up with really strong 2-0 victories in their matchup. Monstah Mash, a close game 1. And an unfortunate blowout in week 2. Navy had a week 1 bye. Before we leave, we'll see if we can't grab the update from Navy's match. Again, their match we didn't catch on stream. Monstah Match, we got the final score result of his 0-2 defeat. Navy also going down 0-2 to the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Let's see, do we have the final scores? 56-21 and 73-13. So Navy falls down to 1-1 on the scorecard, I believe, because he had a bye. But I'm pretty sure that counts for the same amount of points as a win. So he's basically 1-1. It may affect who he goes up with on Swiss, because he was the only one who had a bye. But Monstah Mash falls down to 0-2. And Mundayne, Adonis, and BigSneezy move on to 2-0. Again, that'll do it for tonight's edition of ECAC College Football 25. I've been Sandwich. We hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. We will see y'all next week. Same time, same place. See you then.